What's going on, everyone? I'm back, as you can probably tell. And I'm sorry I haven't been on YouTube for the past couple of months. Just things have changed, kind of, if you will. As you can probably tell, I'm in a different location because I'm actually in college, which is which explains the lack of inactivity on the channel. As you probably know, my last video was a few months ago at this point, simply because I've been focusing on my college education, basically, which is important, obviously. But trust me, I do have footage in store. I'm sorry I haven't gotten out any of the footage that I promised. It's just taken a long time, so on and so forth. I've had to get my priorities in straightened out, I should say. But yeah, expect content from this channel very soon. I'm gonna be, as of right now, it's the November 30th, 2017, and I'm soon going to be going on a nice long winter break from college, basically. But yeah, I'm gonna get a little personal with you guys. If that's not what you came to this channel for, too bad. You can just always click off the video. But this year has been a bit mixed for me in terms of, like, we obviously know that the year is coming to an end in approximately a month's time. So there's that, and I figured I'd just do a quick year-end review, if you will. It's kind of early, but I think I've gotten a good summarization of how this year has been for me. And I'll be honest, and I'm gonna get a little personal here. And I'm not trying to draw sympathy if I mention anything that is uh, that is traumatic, but this year's been a bit rough for various reasons, and I'll go over those in the video. I'm hoping this video isn't too long, and if it is, I'm sorry. But yeah, year started off fine. Uh, January 2017, just finishing my high school career, so on and so forth. Uh, if those of you who have watched my channel, you know that I obviously participated in a airsoft event in May, which was Milson West Ball Cart Ridge. That was one of the highlights of my year. I really had a good time with that. In regards to what happened prior to that, I can't really say anything was significant, to be honest. Not much really happened in February, March, April, so on and so forth, and I can't recall much that occurred, unfortunately. But yeah, it was smooth sailing from there. It was a good year from that point on, or from that point. And then it kind of got a little bit bad, if you will, which is what we're gonna go into. In right after Balcar, sorry, I'm playing around with my Gerber, but right after Balcar, which was May 12th through the 14th, as soon as I got back, my grandfather, who I pretty much is one of the most important people in my life, he began to get sick, basically. Uh, for example, he kept falling out of bed, and he was really a strong guy, even for his age. He was 93. He had just turned or he was going to be 93 years old at that point. He was 92. But anyway, in regards to what happened, he just had to go to the hospital. He was suffering from some sort of blood condition with I think his blood plasma, and he went through plasma treatment in which they gave him fresh plasma for his blood, basically. And he just had a very strange amount of symptoms, and nothing that he had experienced before. And not only that, but he also underwent a small operation for a pacemaker to be put into him. So that was one of the other significant things that happened that year to him, and it was also very important for us because he was he was one of the oldest members of our family, and also he's one of the most significant because he pretty much dedicated his life to his family. And that seems kind of like a generalized term, but he was pretty much the world to us. And then once that was done, he was in the hospital for I think a week to 2 weeks. And then once he got out, he went to a place that was actually close to where I live to undergo physical therapy, just to get his strength back, basically. And that's unfortunately where it got worse. He was okay. We would visit him probably almost every day, I think. Just see how he is, just to talk, so on and so forth. And he would just be tired, not very cognitive, or didn't speak too much. And he was on pain medication for his treatment and any pain that he was feeling, so on and so forth. So he would just be really tired and not very talkative, which is not like how he usually is. And then uh, on June 2nd, I graduated high school, thankfully. So that's good. That's one of the other significant moments in this year. So there's that. And then a day afterwards, my grandfather was admitted to the hospital. And uh, we weren't quite sure what was wrong with him. I'm ashamed to say that I unfortunately forget why they administered him, but he passed away on the morning of June 4th, which was also the day of when my graduation party was happening. So that's where it gets to the personal side of this video, which is very sad. And I had pretty much spent several years of my life at that point. Like, I would always, like, one of my jobs, if you will, is I would watch him over the weekends, basically, and just make sure he was all right, so on and so forth. And while my uncle would head out, basically into night on the town, if you will. But I pretty much had taken care of him for a good portion of my life, just making sure he was okay. I would make him coffee. And I was actually, he had a bad hip, basically, and he got that replaced. I forget which one it was, but he had to use a cane. He still walked, which was amazing for his age. And I was basically, whenever we would go out, he would always put his left hand on my shoulder just to guide him, and I think that's why it's such a devastating effect. I mean, granted, the loss of a loved one is traumatizing for anyone, but I think it hurt me the most. This one, at least, I should say, because I was there a good portion of time for him. Anyway. So, yeah, that's basically one of the downs or the low points that I have for this year, which is the death of my grandfather. And so we had his funeral, and I also unfortunately lost an uncle on my dad's side of the family. My grandfather was on my mom's side, and yeah, so that was a nerve, and I unfortunately did not know this uncle too well, but it's also very sad. So I've lost two loved ones this year's. I've lost two loved ones this year, and not only that, but yeah, in terms of college, just give you an update on that. It's not going very well at this moment, and I'm sure some of you can relate. I'm only in my freshman year, first semester, which is actually just about to end, and I'm not doing very well. It's just sort of a combination of the classes being very demanding, so on and so forth. I have a fairly large schedule with a fairly large amount of credits, so on and so forth. Not only that, but it's just sort of the difficulty of transitioning from high school to college, which I'm sure all of you have experienced, or a good portion of you. But it's just been a bit difficult, and I just wanted to get that out of the way because I'm kind of going through a rough time. I'm not trying to draw sympathy, as I said before, but I'm sure all of you can relate to this. We've all gone through rough times, and we all have our own ways of dealing with them and resolving them. But I just wanted to get that out of the way. I just wanted to get something off my chest. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Yeah, thank you guys for sticking around for the whole video. I appreciate it if you did. Be sure to check out all my other videos on my channel. I will be having plenty of other content coming onto this channel. I actually just got some new gameplay footage that I've recorded over the past couple months. I'm going to be getting those out to you soon as well. But that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Check out all my other videos. Rate, comment, subscribe, and share. I'll see you guys next time.